Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Abu Muhammad Bashir, your business studies teacher. Inshallah, while you are at home, the school has made it possible to see that you learn even at home. Today, we are going to look at need for monitoring and control of chemicals. Need for monitoring and control of chemicals. If you recall, last term, which is second term, we were able to look at ethics of sourcing chemicals. And inshallah, we were able to do justice to it. Today, we are going to continue from the previous topic, which is ethics of sourcing chemicals. But today we are going to, this is what we are going to discuss today, need for monitoring and control of chemicals. Just like I rightly said, you know what chemical is. You know the effects of chemicals. But then, today, what we are going to look at is a bit, that's deviant from what we discussed in our previous term. Now, we are going to start with the meaning of chemicals. Most of you will be hearing of chemical. What is this chemical? Chemical is not far-fetched from simple substance. Chemical simply means chemicals are substances used in chemistry or produced by chemical reaction or process. Chemical, as I rightly said here, are what? Substances that are produced in the lab for industrial purposes. Chemical, like you rightly know, are suitable and not suitable. There are domestic items that we use at home that requires chemicals. And as we go further, you are going to be exposed to those chemicals that I'm talking about. Some chemicals occur naturally. Example, water, limestone, salt, etc. Some chemicals are manufactured by chemists, just like I said earlier, in the lab. Example, sodium hydroxide, hydrochloric acid, and petrol. So here, water is also a chemical. Without water, in fact, you will be without water, definitely you must be thirsty. So you need water to quench the thirst. We have limestone. These are natural resources that are tilled from the soil. It's also a chemical. We have salt. The salt we use in our daily food. The salt we put in the food as the salt we use as ingredient in the food we consume at home is also known as chemical, and many more. And some of these chemicals are also produced by chemists. Who is a chemist? Chemist is a person who study how chemicals are being prepared in the laboratory. They are called chemists. Is a person who study how chemicals are being prepared or are being mixed in the laboratory. And these are some of the examples of chemicals that are produced by chemists in the lab. One is called sodium hydroxide. Two is called hydrochloric acid. And the third one is petrol. And chemical can be dangerous if mishandled. Chemicals that are not suitable are very dangerous if mishandled. Take for instance, like hydrochloric acid. We use it in some of the vehicles, in the battery of vehicles we drive around. So those or that chemical is very, very corrosive. If it touches your skin, it will peel the skin instantly. So it's very harmful. Having said that, let's proceed and look at chemicals that are suitable and not suitable for use. Yes, of course, chemicals, despite the fact that they are given a notion that they are harmful, but still there are some chemicals that are suitable for use, just like I mentioned earlier, like salt, like chlorine that we put in water to purify water. Those chemicals are suitable for use. But furthermore, chemicals suitable for use. Chemicals are suitable for use when they are in the right form and are applied or given the right amount. Chemicals are suitable when they are used in the right form. Meaning, if you are asked to use a chemical according to a certain prescription and you overuse it, it will react. So there is need for us to use chemical in the right form. And also, these chemicals are therefore not injurious to the well-being of both plants and human beings inclusive. The chemicals that are suitable for use are not injurious to plants, animals, and both human beings. And these are some of the examples of chemicals that are not injurious to human beings, plants, and animals. For example, the application of phosphorus to the soil in the form of fertilizer is not injurious to the plant. Yes, as farmers, they need to apply fertilizer to enable the crops germinate as well as grow well. But once this chemical is not applied to the crop, definitely you can differentiate the one that has chemical, that is the one that has fertilizer, and the one that do not have fertilizer. So the one with a fertilizer application will grow well and produce good yield. Also, addition of chlorine to water will make water clean and safe for drinking. Chlorine is a chemical that is used in purifying water. When this chlorine is applied into the water, according to required quantity, it makes water safe and healthy for drinking. But in an event that the chlorine is applied in excess, it affects the water entirely, as well as the well-being of humans. Now we are going to look at chemicals not suitable for use. As the name implies, anything that is not suitable for use, it has negative effect. When you use it, it's not suitable for use, and when you use it, it has effect. So please, we should be very, very attentive with chemicals that are not suitable for use. Chemicals are said to be harmful when they are mistakenly drunk or when one takes a wrong quantity of hydrochloric acid or overdose of paracetamol. These are chemicals that are not suitable for use, like I rightly said. These chemicals are very, very harmful and injurious to human body. For instance, if you are given a prescription of tablets to cure an illness and you take more than the required prescription, it has adverse reaction. Secondly, when you mistakenly drink a chemical that is not meant for consumption, and you drink it, it also harms human beings. So we should know the kind of chemicals we consume and the one that are not supposed to be consumed. Also, pouring acidic water wash out from battery manufacturing plant is a farm kill crop. Some organizations, or rather organizations that produce batteries, the batteries we use in our cars to provide energy to the car, those batteries produce, it has what, before it starts functioning well, there is need to put what, acid into the battery before the battery can start functioning. So those companies or plants that produce battery sometimes carelessly pour the waste of those batteries around, and by so doing, when eventually it's entered a farmland where they have cultivated crops, definitely it will kill the whole crops. So these are some of the chemicals that are not suitable for use. And last but not the least, please, we should mind the way we keep harmful chemicals at home. They are dangerous. Mistakenly, children can pick it and directly take it to their mouth. It affects, in fact, it kills. So please, we should be mindful of the way we keep our chemicals at home. This is where we are going to draw the curtain of today's lesson. But before we go, I have homework for you to do at home to keep you busy at home, just like we used to when the school is on session. Number one, state the meaning of chemical. I repeat, state the meaning of chemical. Number two, distinguish between chemicals suitable and not suitable for use. I repeat number two again. Distinguish between chemicals suitable and not suitable for use. And lastly, number three, give 2 examples of chemicals suitable for use. I repeat, give 2 examples of chemicals suitable for use. Ma salam. That reminds me, these are some of the examples of the chemicals that are used both at home and industries. As you can see here, this is acid, a drum of acid that is used in motor factory, and this is iodized salt that we apply in our food at home. This is chlorine that we use in purifying our water for drinking, and also potassium that we use in cooking process. Thank you very much. Remain blessed and stay safe.